Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 This Morning.
We begin this morning with breaking news overnight. Philip Michael Stroop II is now in custody after leading officials on a 6-day manhunt across numerous counties.
All right, here's what we know. Stroop was taken into custody in McDowell County. We have Zachary and Lauren Brigman live with team coverage this morning. First, let's go to Lauren Brigman, who's live just outside Marion.
Lauren, what can you tell us?
Well, Holly J, we've received multiple Facebook messages from viewers saying that they saw Stroop actually being arrested near a mobile home park just outside of Marion overnight. Now, law enforcement officials have not confirmed that at this time, but they do confirm that he is currently in custody here in McDowell County. Now, we still do not know anything yet about the status of the missing man, 68-year-old Thomas Bryson of Henderson County. It was announced yesterday evening that his disappearance is a possible kidnapping by Stroop. Now, Bryson was last seen in the Mills River area yesterday morning where the manhunt for Stroop was underway. We have asked authorities if Bryson has been found or if his missing truck has been located. They are not releasing any information as far as that goes at this time. Of course, we continue to follow up with law enforcement to find out exactly where Stroop was captured here in McDowell County. Again, we've received multiple Facebook messages from viewers. So again, contact us if you possibly saw something this morning and have photos as well. You can reach us on our Facebook page, Twitter pages as well. We are live in McDowell County. Now let's turn to News 13's Zachary at the live desk.
Lauren, from the live desk, we continue our team coverage of Stroop's arrest. Now, we want to go ahead and take a look at all the active charges Stroop is facing in several different counties. It's a pretty long list. Take a look. We know that he still faces charges in Buncombe County, where authorities say he robbed a store in Weaverville and has been charged with assault with a deadly weapon on a government official, possession of a stolen car, kidnapping, and armed robbery. Also in Yancey County, he was arrested just days before this manhunt began and is charged with fleeing and eluding arrest with a motorcycle. He also faces charges of larceny of a vehicle and communicating threats. Stroop is also facing a reckless driving to endanger charge in McDowell County and a misdemeanor larceny charge in Madison County. Investigators say Stroop also ran from authorities in Transylvania County, stole a bike, and could be connected to that disappearance of Thomas Bryson. So we'll still wait and see what charges he could be facing out of all of this. Again, we'll continue our team coverage of his arrest throughout the morning. Back to you.
All right, let's switch gears now over to weather. It was pretty cloudy yesterday, but today is supposed to be a little different.
Ingrid, we could be seeing severe weather?
Yeah, there is the potential for some storms, and a couple of those could turn strong or severe. It's not going to be until this afternoon. Storm Prediction Center has put us in the marginal category across western North Carolina, which means just an isolated severe threat across the region. This morning, the biggest threat is going to be that fog, down to 7 miles in Asheville, 4 in Forest City, 2 in Morganton, so seeing some lower values all across our viewing area, even all the way down to Greenwood, so that will slow you down this morning. Once again, starting off around 70 degrees, but 80 by lunchtime, and that heat could help spark some severe weather, but a greater chance down the line for those storms to pop up in terms of the next couple of days. So I'll time out this next storm system for you coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, let's get another look on the roads with Katie Killen.
Weather and on-time traffic together every 10 minutes. And how are things shaping up out there for your Thursday? Let's go ahead and get a look at your maps. Dispatchers telling me we are accident-free, relatively delay-free out there. Interstates, primary and secondary roadways. Smooth sailing, except for, look to the right side of your screen, I-40 there between Old Fort and Black Mountain, heading westbound. Speeds there only about 40 miles an hour near Dunsmore Avenue. This just popped up on my screen. Maybe something to keep in mind if you are headed that direction. I'll have another update on your roads and your commute coming up in 10 minutes. Holly?
We now know the names of 3 people involved in a deadly accident in Haywood County. 2 people died in the crash Tuesday afternoon, and a state trooper was seriously hurt. The Highway Patrol identified the 2 people who died as 84-year-old Robert Nelson and 82-year-old Esther Nelson of Florida. The injured trooper, Hunter Hooper, was airlifted to Mission Hospital. The road was closed for 5 miles in both directions for hours. Wanda Phillips was making her way back home from Atlanta.
We had to go back through Cherokee, across Soco, down through Maggie Valley, and back through Waynesville, and had to come up through the orchard and come down the road to get home.
The investigation into exactly how this accident happened is still ongoing. Now to President Trump's tweet banning transgender individuals from the armed forces. We are bringing this national story right here to Asheville.
One of our News 13 producers is a transgender veteran woman. She says Trump's policy is wrong, but a prominent local Republican agrees with the president.
If you got the heart to put your life on the line for this country, then you deserve the right to do it.
I agree with him. I admire his courage. He's able, unlike a lot of people, to step away from what's politically correct and think about what's right.
In a study requested by the Pentagon last year, the RAND Corporation estimated about 1,000 to 7,000 transgender people serve in the military. That comes at an added cost of $2 million to $8 million for hormone therapy and transition surgery. There's still a lot of questions this morning for service members, including those at Fort Bragg.
A statement released from the military post said no changes have happened there as of yet. Several veterans and community members have mixed emotions about the news.
Well, I don't understand how that's going to work with the fact that they allow gays in the military. So I'm kind of confused as to how you can have one without the other.
I just think you have to be on, as much on your game as possible, and I really don't think that's where transgender belongs.
We reached out to the offices of our two senators and both congressmen who represent Western North Carolina to see if they agree with President Trump's position on this issue. We have yet to get a response from any of them. A fair ride malfunction kills one and leaves 7 more hurt. It happened at the Ohio State Fair yesterday evening. Officials say a row of seats on the Fireball ride flew off mid-swing. They also said the victims ranged from 13 to 41 years old. The Columbus Fire Department confirmed an 18-year-old died. State officials say the rides were inspected before the fair opened.
This particular ride was inspected multiple times, and I'll let him talk a little bit about this, including by a third-party inspector who he witnessed inspecting this ride.
We started out today with 11 rides that did not open because we were not able to get the inspection work done on them. Some of those were cleared during the day. We have 5 rides that will not, or 4 rides that will not be operating because they do not meet the mechanical tests.
This incident is still under investigation. This was the first day of the Ohio State Fair, which runs for 12 days. The ride malfunction at the fair resonated across the country. A ride at the Orange County Fair, similar to the one in Ohio, was shut down and re-inspected. Officials say this was just a precaution and there was no indication of a problem. After the fatal accident in Ohio, fair officials shut down that ride.
A new drug to curb opioid addiction, what it does to your brain to stop the craving.
Rihanna meets with a world leader, what she did to get that meeting, and what she's advocating.
And I'm forecasting the chance for severe weather. We'll let you know how much rain could fall and just how long we'll stay cool next.